Hi guys, welcome back to this series where I'm talking about Chevening Scholarship Essays, and this will be the last in this series. And here in this video I'll be talking about the study in the UK essay as well as the career plan essay. Now starting with the study in the UK essay, the major thing that you want to highlight, or one of the things, is why do you want to study in the particular schools that you've chosen, or let's even say in the UK first, then in the schools that you've chosen, and then why those particular courses. And I think one thing to bear in mind here is that, you remember that you would have to apply to 3 schools, and you should know that your chosen courses of study should be very similar. Don't choose courses that are very different from themselves in the 3 different schools, because there is a way that you show the Chevening body that you are consistent, you know what you want. If you are choosing different courses or very divergent courses, then it shows that you don't really know what you want. For instance, in the medical line, if you chose public health in one school, in another school you've chosen something related to geophysics, another school you've chosen something related to maybe biological science. I don't know. Those courses are too far apart in my own opinion. So you want to choose something that is very, very similar, in the 3 schools, so that it just shows some level of consistency that yes, you know what you really want, and that is what you are trying to get. Okay, so in the 3 schools that you've chosen, I think this is where research actually comes in. That means you have to research into those 3 schools. Why have you chosen them, or what interests you about the school? In the UK you have many universities. For you to have chosen 3, there should be a reason. There should be something backing your choice of those 3 schools and the course that you've chosen, or the courses if they are different in those 3 schools. So what are those reasons? Those are the things that you want to highlight in the study in the UK essay. So you want to start with a general, an introductory paragraph that talks about your interest in the UK. That's just my opinion anyway. Your interest in the UK and what you want to do in the future, and how studying in the UK would help you get those things. And then you say these are the 3 schools that that you've applied to, or that you want to apply to. Then each of your next 3 paragraphs should highlight each of the schools with the with the relevant course, just in that order of priority: your first choice, your second choice, and your third choice. Now research into the schools, research the professors, or what is your interest exactly into the future, your career, and then how does that relate to what course you need to do now, so that the course you want to do now vis-a-vis your interests would then determine what kind of professors you wish to meet. Maybe you want to put that in. What kind of research do they do? And you are saying that in this particular school, I am hoping to meet Professor XX, whose main research work is into this thing, which aligns with my own interest. Well, you don't have to say it that exact way, but that's just to give an idea of the kind of things that you might want to put in your essay, right? So have a thorough understanding of the modules that would be offered in each of those schools, in the courses that you selected, and how those modules are relevant to you, to your own interest, right? Those are the things that you want to highlight. So you need to do a bit of research to be able to have very solid points, good points in the study in the UK essay. And then you might wish to highlight some of the maybe beautiful places you want to visit in some of these cities. Those are just soft details, not necessarily something important, but it might just also add to why you want to study in the UK. And maybe if you are someone that is in finance, for instance, you might want to talk about something like you have big financial institutions in the UK which are leading in the world. That's kind of thing that you want to come into an environment where they operate, and see what you can learn from there, and also apply to your own back home, to your own community or your country, as the case may be. Those kind of things are what you want to carefully highlight in your study in the UK essay. And then lastly, on your career plan, Chevening is looking for individuals who have a clear post-study career plan, which means it's very important for you to be able to identify what you want to do, your interests. In the first instance, those interests should also inform your choice of courses and then your choice of schools, as I mentioned earlier. So they said, please outline your immediate plans upon returning home. You remember that for Chevening, you sign a contract, which means you have to come back to your home country for at least 2 years before, to apply the knowledge that you might have gained in the UK to develop your own country. So they said you may wish to consider how this relates to what the UK government is doing in your country. Now, you want to, I think that the best way to approach this essay is to break down your plans into the short term, medium term, and then long term, so that you are highlighting each of them in each paragraph. So what exactly do you want to do in the future? After you study in the UK, how do you want to apply the knowledge that you've gained or you might have gained in the UK to your own country, and how is that relevant to what you are currently doing professionally? And whether you even want to switch careers, how do you want to do that upon finishing or completion of your master's degree program in the UK? So in the short term, say within the next 2 years, where do you see yourself working? Where do you see yourself applying the knowledge? Maybe you are someone who is entrepreneurial in nature. How do you want to apply the knowledge from the UK to getting a business running, or to getting making a community better, or to generally solving a problem? Remember, it's all about solving problems, right? So you identify what exactly you are going to do within the next maybe 2 to 3 years upon completion of your master's program to solve a particular problem. And then your medium term goals, say you're between 3 to 7 years or 5 to 7 years if you like. Within that period of time, what do you hope to be doing? What do you see yourself doing in that time frame towards also still solving a particular problem? There has to be consistency, right? And then another paragraph will then talk about what you want to do in the long term eventually. Remember that whatever you are doing now, or even if you are switching career, whatever you do from the time you are studying, you are doing your master's program, has to flow into your midterm, your short-term plans, your midterm goals, and then they have to have contributions to what you want to do eventually in the longer term. So you want to highlight how those things, what you will do in the short to medium term, would contribute to your long-term career plan. And those are the things that you want to highlight in your career plan, essay. And then generally, you might also want to talk about how the Chevening community might also help you, might contribute to you achieving your goal. Maybe it's something you are looking at sharing of ideas with other scholars from other universities or from other countries, because within the Chevening community you would be interacting with a lot of people from different, a lot of different countries. So how will sharing of ideas also contribute to your future career plan? Those are things that I think that are important to highlight. But again, in wrapping up, I would say from the start, I've been saying that, remember, Chevening is about storytelling, right? So be able to tell a story and be consistent with your story, right from the leadership essay to the networking essay to the study in the UK essay, and then your career plan. Let there be a flow. Don't see those essays as being standalone. Let there be a consistent flow within them. So I think, bearing these things in mind and the general tips that I've given in the other video that I made on that, I think you will stand a better chance of getting the Chevening scholarship. Of course, there are a lot of resources online as well that you can also consult, but with this thing that I've said, and make sure again that you avoid little errors or simple details. Make sure to avoid them, and all I can say now is that I wish you the best of luck in your pursuit of getting or towards getting the Chevening scholarship. Thank you guys, and have a great time. Success.